Hey everybody, Sasha here from the Reptile Jungle and welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to be unboxing two isopod species. One is going to be a new species at the Reptile Jungle and one is going to be a species that we have been looking to get again because our colony didn't do the best. But we're going to be restocking that in our isopod room, and we're also going to be making a jumbo dwarf white bin. So if you want to watch something like that, please stick around and enjoy. Hi everybody, welcome to the very first voiceover using our microphone. I hope that it works out really well and you don't hear all of the crazy background noise. So we're going to get into setting up two isopod bins, and we're going to be doing this using the starter kit that you can also get right from our website or our Etsy shop, and I'll leave some links below. First thing we added in here was our Reptile Jungle substrate. So we use various materials inside of our substrate that make it superior to using just plain black earth or peat moss. We do a in-house blend that we think works really well with all of our other species, and we also added in some wood rot in addition to our substrate, just because the isopods can really benefit from eating the wood rot. So we thought it would be very beneficial for the two species that we're putting in here. So as you know, our starter kits come with dry moss, but we had some live moss on hand, so we plopped that in there, and Joseph found two really awesome bark panels in our stock. So he put both of those in. The starter kits don't normally come with such huge pieces, but they come with enough that you can spread it out throughout the entire enclosure, and we're topping it off with some leaf litter. All of the bark and leaf litter is heat treated to prevent any pests from entering into your enclosure. We don't want other bugs to be competing for the nutrients that you're providing to your isopod colony. Okay, everybody, let's get into the first isopod species today, which is the Porcellio hassi high yellow. These are such a beautiful, beautiful species. The yellowing down the back is just incredible. To be able to watch these guys crawl around in the enclosure is so awesome. Here's a little sneak peek. We'll be doing the cubaris red edge later, but let's get into some info about the hassi high yellows. So they're native to Spain. They like a more arid environment, so they don't like it as moist. They want lots of airflow for proper shedding. And they are a larger species, getting to be around 30 millimeters in length. Here you can really see that bright yellow. And these guys were transported so well to us through a carrier. The individual that packed these used lots of sphagnum moss and leaf litter, which had great humidity for them during transport, and they did really well. So let's get into the cubaris red edge, which is the new species to the reptile jungle. We've never had this species before, and we're really excited to have them. So the cubaris red edges are in a different family of isopods, which means they are going to have a different shape to them, and they are going to require different conditions. We find with the cubaris species, they often need a higher humidity level, so we got these guys set up with a little bit more humidity than the Porcellios. These guys have a really unique red edging around their entire exoskeleton, which evidently gives them their name. All right, so let's get these isopod bins complete. I have two of the starter kit lids with them. Both of the lids come with 2 holes, and they also come with screen attached to them. This allows for really good airflow, and as you can see, Joseph is stacking them one on top of each other. These bins allow for airflow in between them, so you don't have to worry about putting in extra spacing. We keep a fan on in the room to increase airflow, and it works wonders for us. And I'm ready to get into the topic of dwarf whites. Do you keep dwarf whites? Yes or no, and why? So, we're going to watch Joseph put together the bin. He's transferring an entire colony of dwarf whites from a smaller container into this larger one. And we are a keeper of dwarf whites. This was one of the first isopod species that we ever owned, and we have it in all of our bioactive enclosures for many different reasons. We primarily keep them with mourning geckos and crested geckos, in with our newts, anything on the smaller side. We love to keep them with smaller reptile species because they will often eat them as a protein source. They're going to keep the soil aerated very well for the plants by digging tunnels into them. And they are just such a great beneficial insect to have because they're going to be eating lots of the waste that would go up on the walls. They'll help eat decaying plants, maybe a leaf falls, and they'll completely take care of that for you. So this bin that Joseph's setting up is roughly 3 feet by 1.5 to 2 feet. He's got a whole bunch of substrate in there, lots of bark pieces, lots of leaf litter, and we're going to throw in a whole bunch of food for these guys every week, along with all of our other species. These guys get anything from carrots, zucchinis, potato peels, sweet potatoes, you name it. They really love all of that, and just watch. So as Joseph's dumping this, you can see all of the white specks in the soil, and that would be the dwarf whites. So they're parthenogenic, which means you only need one of them to reproduce. You can see them crawling everywhere, and I love them. So these guys are going to be reproducing just about every 30 days. They're going to live roughly 3 years, and they're only going to get 2 to 3 millimeters in length. They stay super, super tiny. So I want to know in the comments, do you keep dwarf whites or not, and why? We recommend dwarf whites for beginners because they're so simple to take care of. They love a high humidity, they'll still thrive in dryness, and it kind of gives people experience in keeping a species before they get something that's more extravagant, like, for example, a rubber ducky or some of the higher Porcellio species. We mainly recommend these guys because they are beneficial to just about any bioactive enclosure, and they do well in so many different conditions that you really can't mess it up. You can see Joseph's got this whole bin filled up. He's adding a little bit more substrate here, going to mist it down and get it all nice and humid while also keeping one side a little bit drier than the other so they have that gradient of humidity. another notification or another. I just want to say thank you for watching our video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions on anything, just leave them in the comments below and we will get back to you on that. You can also follow us on Instagram and message us there if you have any questions. We love to hear from you guys, and we can't wait to continue posting content for you. We hope you enjoy it, and be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss another notification or another video when we send them out. And see you in the next one. Bye.